Today I am sharing with you 3 methods that help me just feel my best, keep me performing my best, allow me to continue to work out as hard as I want to. This helps me recover from my workouts quicker and just keeps me pain-free and injury-free. So my 3 methods that I'm introducing you guys to today are 1, the tennis ball and the baseball, and 2 will be this stick here, and 3 will be the foam roller. Okay, so method number 1 that I want to share with you guys is going to be these 2 balls right here. So we have our tennis ball and the baseball. Each are amazing in their own, but I use them for different things in different areas of my body. So first we'll talk about the tennis ball. Tennis ball obviously is a lot softer than that baseball over there. So there's certain things that I will roll out and release with the tennis ball. So typically I use the tennis ball for my upper back, shoulders, and neck area. It has taken a little bit of maneuvering and finessing to really get the most out of this. But I basically lay on the floor and position this in my shoulder blades and just kind of roll around, and it completely releases all of the tension and tightness and knots that I get just built up in my upper back from my workout. Another way that I like to use the tennis ball to release any tension is my calf and my lower legs. So just kind of stretching out on the couch here, and I would obviously do this on the floor, but I'm just giving you guys like just a little glimpse of how I would do this today. So you would take the tennis ball and set it right under your calf, and you just kind of find like where those hot spots really. So you want to find like your most areas of tension, and sometimes if just putting your weight from that one leg isn't enough, then you can just like cross over the other leg and apply more weight and pressure. And then you can, roll around a little, and you just kind of do like this little action. And then I also like to roll the bottoms of my feet with the tennis ball. So that just kind of wakes up your soft tissues and all the little tendons and ligaments in your feet. And this is a really great thing to do both before a workout, especially like if you're a runner, and after a workout as well. So it just helps to keep those soft tissues happy and healthy. Next we will talk about the baseball here. Obviously the baseball is much harder than the tennis ball. So putting this baseball in my shoulder blades and like putting my weight on top of it is a little too painful. I have tried. And the tennis ball does the trick, I promise you. So actually just recently I was playing around with rolling my hamstrings with the baseball. I cannot release my hamstrings or get any relief from foam rolling. Like, believe me, I have tried. And I just can't, I guess, position myself in the correct way, but really I can't apply enough body weight or pressure to my hamstrings on a foam roller. So just playing around with the baseball, I basically did the same thing, or am doing the same thing that I showed you guys the tennis ball with on my calves. So again, you'd want to be on the floor for this, but you just take your baseball and put it like right in the belly of your hamstring, and you would just hold yourself up like you would do if you were foam rolling and roll back and forth. So And then same thing like I showed you with the calf. If you find an area like a hot spot with a knot or an adhesion, then plop down on that baseball and maybe cross your leg over and get more weight on there and just let it melt away that knot, and I promise it will. I just figured out this little baseball hamstring combo and it works so well, you guys. So if you're like me and you do foam roll and you try and get in those hamstrings and it just doesn't really work for you, then I would suggest giving the baseball a try. So another way that I use the baseball is for my booty. Your glutes do so much work for you when you're walking, when you're running, when you're squatting, when you're lunging, and they can get pretty tight, which is a good thing, but you want to make sure that you keep them loose. So, you know, if your glutes get too tight, then you absolutely can start to have like back pain or feel really tight in your hip flexors. And that is not a good thing, you guys, because that will really like hinder your performance and keep you from working out the way that you want to. So I will pretty much just sit on this baseball, and you want to kind of go in on an angle. So obviously, again, I keep saying this, but you'd be sitting on the floor and you just plop down on that baseball and you can roll around on it a little bit, but I do like to find that hot spot that I keep talking about and just sit on it. And it's kind of crazy the referred pain that you will get from your glutes into your knee, into your shin, or even your foot. It's crazy because everything truly is connected, you guys. So that is it for the baseball. Next, we're going to talk about the stick. The stick comes in 3 different lengths and like strengths or firmnesses. And this one I believe is the shortest and like the softest, but it works wonderful, and it's just another way to address, you know, areas of tightness and tension that, again, I can't really get to on the foam roller. So one of those areas would be my lower legs. So my shins in particular, the stick works so good on your shins. You know, your shins get really tight if you run a lot, or if you're walking or like power incline walking. So, you know, tight lower legs can travel up into your knee and make your knees feel tight. And then all of this is just a chain effect, you know, so it's like your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips. So you just really, you need to take care of yourself. So, but not to get sidetracked. So, you know, you can apply as much pressure as you can handle on your shins there. And the good thing about this stick is you can get so far like up there close to your knee joint without actually hurting your knee or getting on any of those bony spots. And it just helps loosen everything up and get more blood flow to the area. And then I also like to get my calf with the stick, and I just flip my grip to an underhand grip here. And it feels really amazing, loosening your calf muscle and even into the ankle. So that's another way that I use the stick. So last we have the foam roller here. I spend a lot of time foam rolling every week, and I love it, but you know, like I said, the reason for these other little gadgets here is because there are those areas that I can't get into. But not to say there aren't plenty of areas that the foam roller isn't amazing for. So hamstrings, I can get in there a little bit, and it's nice if I just kind of want to roll them out gently or warm them up before a workout. And my inner thighs, amazing. Like, it really hurts. So, and then my quads too. And I would suggest getting the long one that you see here because you can just do so much more on it. I will roll my upper back on the foam roller if I don't want to get in there as deeply, or if I don't really need to that day like I would want to with a tennis ball. Another thing that I will use the foam roller for is for stretching out, particularly across my chest. It is pretty relaxing actually what I'm about to tell you guys. So if you take your foam roller and lay it on the floor vertically, and then just go ahead and lay down on it, so you'd want your butt and your neck and your head supported, and then you just open those arms up, and you can switch between keeping your arms extended and nice and lengthened out, and then what I like to call goalpost arms, so you have like basically 90 degrees at your elbow joint. And then just let gravity do its work. So you just hang out and just enjoy chilling out for a few minutes. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths, maybe listen to some music, and just feel like everything across your chest, your pecs, those anterior delts, so the front of your shoulders, just loosen and lengthen and open up. And in turn, your neck will feel looser, and also your front of your neck will feel looser, but the back of your neck and the back of your shoulders as well. So I can't say enough about that stretch, and if you guys haven't already like heard of it or do it yourself, then I would highly recommend adding that into your little stretching routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and I hope you learned something new. And like I said earlier, I really just can't stress enough taking care of your body. So if you want to work out hard and you want to push yourself, then you have to do the other part. You have to have that balance. And I would not be able to work out as hard as I want to if I didn't do all of these things and use all of these things. So just, set aside like at least 10 to 15 minutes a day, maybe more if you have like a tougher workout schedule one week, and just take that time to do something good for your body, something gentle, something to stretch it out, something to loosen you up. I promise you will feel so much better. I know I didn't give you guys a ton of like demos as to how I use these methods, but hopefully me explaining each one will help you apply it to your kind of self-care routine. But I will work on putting a video together where I actually do get off the couch and on the floor and roll around, so to speak, and show you a little bit more. But it really does come down to taking the time and just really tuning in to your body and where you feel tight and where you have knots and where you have tension, and just like maneuvering around and just work out the kinks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more to come.